How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask Hat Podcast on YouTube. Another comics trade hardcover stack here. I think most of these in this I pulled out were all trades. Maybe some graphic novels. I don't know. This is the major motion picture Shazam. Jeff Johns, Gary Frank, Shazam Origins. What this was, and I think it was made exclusive for Walmart, was a $13 trade that reprints this origin story of Shazam. That's kind of like a revamping by Jeff Johns. Brash and rude, young Billy Batson has bounced from one foster home to another. He's a good kid at heart, but bad luck and circumstances have kept him from finding his true path in life. That all changes during a late-night ride on the Fawcett City subway. A fateful meeting when an all-powerful wizard changes Billy's life forever by invoking the wizard's name, Shazam! The teenager magically transforms into the world's mightiest marvel. Now gifted with the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, and the vigor of Zeus. Along with additional mythological superpowers, Billy Batson selflessly assumes the role of mankind's undefeatable champion. The exciting origin story of Shazam is perfect for new readers, blah, blah, blah. This collection includes Justice League number 0 and 21 along with select stories from Justice League 7 through 11, 14 through 16, and 18 through 20. This is the origin for Shazam now in what I guess is called the new 52 DC Universe. I've not seen the movie yet. It came with a really cool poster. It's pretty much that image there. I got this because it was real cheap. Like, it was a Walmart exclusive. It wasn't even 13 bucks. It was like 10. And Gary Frank. I love me some Gary Frank artwork. Gary Frank is one of those guys that I will pick up, even though I'm not a Jeff Johns fan, and I think sometimes his revamping and shit's not great. This, it was okay. I'd prefer it to be somebody else doing it, but DC's putting all their eggs in one basket. And I try to support comics coming out in places that are not comic shops. I see stuff like this in stores. As long as it's not outrageously priced, I'll grab it. Because it's weird, and I'm in an area where there's no bookstores. But I find more comics at my Walmart than most people I talk to. And it's not always just big stuff. Like they had, what is that company? Xenoscopes, like they do the fairy tale stuff. They had the like Belle of Beauty and the Beast, Belle Hunter trade there. I didn't pick it up because it was expensive. This is Moon Knight, God and Country by Benson, Hudson, Salatares, and Texiera. Constantly inventive, slyly anarchic. Walter Hill, writer and director of The Warriors, The Getaway, and The Long Riders. I have no clue where this came from. I really don't know. I don't remember buying this. It might have been one of those, to check the year on it, might have been one of those for a while there at CoastCon, which was my con I went to like every spring. They'd have a guy that did overstock trades. Like, I don't know where he got them from, but it was like, I think he wanted like $5 each if you bought just one. But it was like buy 3, get 1 free, and 3 of them were $10. And hardcovers were like $5 a piece, or I think it was like 5 for $20. Moon Knight has his registration card, and he's going to use it. The Civil War is over, and the pro-registration forces won. Iron Man, newly installed director of S.H.I.E.L.D., has put out the call, blah, blah, Moon Knight. Okay, this is after Civil War. Parental advisory. Collects Moon Knight issues 14 through 20, written by Mark Benson, Punisher Max Annual, #1 in HBO's Entourage, with story play by Charlie Hudson, the Hank Thompson trilogy, and illustrated by a legendary team of Mark Texiera and Javier Saltares. Okay, goes right. That's why the art looks good. I don't remember reading this, so I was like, oh, I found something I haven't read, and I like Moon Knight. Moon Knight's really cool. He's not just DC's Batman. Oh, they got some in shit. Cool. Jeff Lemire, if I remember, that's who it was. There was a recent Moon Knight run, I think it was by Jeff Lemire, that was really, really good. So, okay, what's next? Oh, okay. This is from Dynamite. Project Superpowers, Chapter 2. Alex Ross, Jim Kruger, and Edgar Salazar. Easy way to explain Project Superpowers. Alex Ross, Jim Kruger, went to Dynamite. Dynamite wanted Alex Ross to do some covers. And he's like, I got a series idea. How about I take all these old public domain superheroes and put them in the modern world and say like they disappeared after World War II. And what it was is the Yankee, what is his name? The Fighting Yank had found Pandora's box, which was actually an urn, and sucked all the superheroes in. That's supposed to prevent all the evil in the world from existing, or some shit like this. Modern day, they end up getting out, and the villains are out too, and they're fighting the U.S. government. And the U.S. government is a thinly veiled version of like Enron and George W. Bush. All right, we'll say on the back. Once again, Alex Ross plots and art directs the entire Project Superpowers universe, and writer Jim Kruger returns for Chapter 2. The pair of all-star creators are joined for the series by artist Edgar Salazar, Death-Defying Devil. That's the original Daredevil, the Golden Age Daredevil. Project Superpowers Chapter 2 picks up from the events of Chapter 1. The newly returned superheroes have set out on a quest to use their newfound freedom to return the world to the power of the people while facing the shadowy supremacy and the unlikely foes of the inheritors. Featuring issues 0 through 6 in one trade paperback collection and offered at a special introductory price. Read it here and find out while everybody's talking about Project Superpowers. This was $10. That is cheap for 7 issues. Especially for Dynamite. These smaller companies, their stuff's expensive. Now, all Ross really did was some of the art. And this is back now. Like, it disappeared for quite a while. And, like, they had different creators work on stuff that was kind of connected to it, but not really. And now it's back. I've not read the Chapter 3 or whatever they call it. This was really cool stuff. Really well done. I've got the first chapter all in issue form, too. And I got a trade, too. But I got it all in issue form because they're... Like, the comic shop I used to go to on the coast had them in their cheap. And it's like, this is a really cool... Alternate covered issues here by Steven Segovia. And we got the heroes on this side and the villains on that side. This is that's the big three. That's the Green Llama, Black Terror, and Death-Defying Devil, who's originally Daredevil. The original Daredevil, they just had to change it. They had Blue Beetles in this, but they can't call him Blue Beetle. It's a really cool Black Terror, Masquerade. Really cool little series that I don't hear much about anymore. And then the last one in this stack, Hellblazer. John Constantine. It was just called Hellblazer back then. I think John Constantine might have been above it by then. The Family Man. Jamie Delano, Grant Morrison, Neil Gaiman, David Lloyd, Dave McKean, Ron Tyner, and Sean Phillips. This is a Vertigo. This is trade number 4. John Constantine has faced down more than his fair share of supernatural horrors and proved that he can withstand anything heaven or hell throws at him. But what about the all-natural evil that lurks inside the darkest of human hearts? Demons I can handle. This trouble's strictly human. When a visitor and eccentric old friend takes a turn for the terrifying, Constantine is pulled into the orbit of a brutal serial killer, a psychopath whose modus operandi is murdering loved parents and innocent children, earning him the morbid moniker of the Family Man. Driven to stop the slayings at any cost, Constantine finds himself in a twisted game of cat and mouse, switching back and forth between the roles of hunter and prey. Can he bring himself to take a life in order to save the lives of others, or will his flesh and blood be the next to go under the Family Man's knife? Acclaimed Hellraiser writer Jamie Delano is joined by a murderer's row of artists to present a harrowing tale of horror and suspense in his classic Constantine collection. Reprint issues 23 through 33 of the foundational Vertigo series, the longest running Vertigo series as far as I know. This volume also includes Grant Morrison and David Lloyd's Nightmare Vision of the Nuclear Paranoia Early Warning and How I Learned to Love the Bomb. And Neil Gaiman and Dave McKean's Elegiac story Hold Me. $20. This is another one. Got off Amazon. Cheap. Used. Good shape. It's fucking Hellblazer. I love me. And it's on the nice. I like this paper. I like the paper Vertigo uses in entry. I love it. And as you can see, I got a bookmark. I've not finished this. I've had this for a while. I love fucking Hellblazer. I love John Constantine. I'm a fan. I've been a fan of Terror for quite a while. I don't mind the movie Constantine with Keanu Reeves. I wish he'd been British. I wish a bunch of shit had been changed, but it was not. It could have been a lot worse. But then I was one of the people that didn't hate the Howard the Duck movie, even though I'd read the Howard the Duck comics when I saw it. But yeah, really great little trade. Text story, okay. So we got, basically, besides Swamp Thing, this is probably the second longest running Vertigo series. I don't know. Swamp Thing include all the volumes, yes. And for stuff that DC owns for Vertigo. So I know Fables ran, 150 issues. We got, the second part of a series that we're finally getting the third chapter years later. And this is early 2000s. We got a Moon Knight that I need to read. It looks really cool. And then we got, of course, Shazam, getting comics in a Walmart. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that. Remember, if you did, give me that thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.